Good evening, everyone. How's it going? How's it going? Mr. Comics 89 here. This video is going to be shorter than I thought it would be because I just had hernia surgery yesterday, and I'm probably pushing it in what I should be doing. I know I just have things I just had to get done today. So anyway, got something I want to show you guys really quick before I get to the unboxing of my CBCS books that came yesterday. Hiccups do not help when your gut was basically cut into. I ordered this. I found this on Twitter. I forget where I found this from. I forget where I found this, but when I saw it, I had to have it. I just had to have it. It is a not Marvels, but a Build-A-Bear Workshop Beyond Amazing. You know, that Beyond it's celebrating 25 years. Well, it's in one of these paws here. Build-A-Bear celebrating 25 years. And Spider-Man celebrating his 60th anniversary. I mean, I saw this and I had to have it. I think it was 25 or 35. I can't remember. Sorry. Hiccups just didn't want to come up. But this is very cool. I basically ordered it plain, except, no extra accessories, except maybe the scent of peppermint, which I can barely smell. But I love peppermint. Anyway, so may I introduce you to Spider-Mat. Build-A-Bear with its birth certificate workshop here. So we got 16 inches, 8 ounces, black eyes, red fur. More red than they know. Belongs to me. So very, very cool. This Build-A-Bear Workshop. I didn't include a link down below. I apologize. But if you follow me on Twitter, you should be able to see when I tweeted this once or twice just to get it out there. I remember having a bear that was half this size as a kid. Every kid gets a stuffed animal or something like that. But this, I had to have this. I could not pass this up. I made it work financially. So I submitted 2 books off to CBCS a little under 2 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. I wanted them. I submitted them an express tier, not to the. There's 3 levels of express. The beginning one where it's, I forget how many days it is. The second one, which is 5 days, and the most expensive one is like a 1-day turnaround thing. I paid for these to be express for the 5 days because I really wanted the second book back. I just threw in this other one with it. So I unboxed them kind of already because, like I said, I had surgery yesterday, and I wanted to open them just because I wanted to feel better in a sense mentally. So recovering from surgery, I said, open it up. I mean, you guys will forgive me. I already know. Hey, Kenneth, how's it going? I already know the grades by accident because I was checking on the status of the books on the CBCS and I got spoiled. But I wanted to save you guys. So I got Amazing Spider-Man 583. It's the second print of the Obama cover. It's also a newsstand, which is very cool. Second print newsstand. This book I already bought. This book I bought from Hall of Justice Comics and Collectibles. It was raw, already signed. It came with a My Comic Shop COA. So mycomicshop.com graded this book at a VF 9.8. It is signed. It is autographed by the writer Zeb Wells, the current writer of Amazing Spider-Man, and artist Todd Knock. So yeah, President Obama cover and appearance, chameleon appearance, and includes 5-page view of the Agent of Atlas. Ugh, these hiccups are back and hurting the hell out of me. All right, so Zeb Wells here, Todd here. I didn't press these books at all. For books that I'm not going to sell, I don't really press. It comes back to the grade. It's gonna come back at the grade. If I was gonna flip these books, it'd be a different matter. But the way I almost kind of figure it, if I don't press these books, if I ever sell them in the future, I can say they haven't been pressed, and you could possibly get a grade bump. Particularly since you have access to the graders notes, which I'll talk about them in just a second here. So let me make sure that the graders notes are easily accessible. All right, so pretty sharp book. Like I said, newsstand. There was that little ding, white spot there, that ding in the corner, bottom there. But otherwise, there's not too much I can really see. Some small color rub. Some small color rub back down here in the spine. Oh, those dogs are whining as hell. All right, let's get to it, shall we? I guess I already know the grades. So, my comic shop sold it at 8.0. It got back an 8.5. A 1 grade bump. Don't want to drop that. So, 8.5. Let me see. I predicted this book. I had a list of notes on this one, or a list of guesses. I predicted it at 9.2 at its highest. So, I knew it'd go up, but I was not quite right. I was off by 2 grades. So, but I went up. I hoped it would crack at least a 9, but it is what it is. It is a very cool Obama variant second print. All right. And obviously I paid the grade for it. That hurts. Like I said, I got hernia surgery yesterday, so I apologize if I'm grimacing. These hiccups are not helping. All right. Oh, I forgot. Graders notes. All right. The graders notes for this book are signature was verified, not witnessed, obviously. A few spine stresses, and very small impact to spine corners breaks color. So yeah, a little dent up there and down there, and that one breaks color. Some light spine stresses, and it also says few small light creases to cover, but doesn't break color. So I can't really see what it's talking about on the cover itself. I can't see what it's really seeing on the cover itself, but so maybe if this book had a press in the future, those light creases that don't break color on the cover could possibly get a 9. Again, that's my thinking, right? All right, so let me switch over to the other graders notes for the second book, the big book. All right. So here we go. This book I bought from Absolute Comics and Collectibles or Statues. They are an eBay and Instagram seller. I bought it at a CGC 4.5. I wanted this book signed. I really wanted this book signed by Jerry Conway. There it is. See? Yellow label. Now, story behind this book is Jerry Conway was going to, Jerry Conway was coming to the Colorado Springs Comic-Con about 3 hours from where I live in 2020. I found this out in 2019. I just went to my first con in 2019. So 2020, Conway's coming. I had a reprint of 129. I had a couple of books I was going to have him sign, first appearance of Harry Osborn as a Green Goblin, that kind of thing. I was going to have him sign a few books. But 2020 comes around, guess what happens? COVID shuts everything down. How to cancel. Understandable. Next year, cons open back up. Jerry Conway wasn't there. Brett Breeding was in 2021. I got my book signed by him. 2022 comes around. I notice 6 months, 8 months beforehand, Jerry Conway coming. It's like, Jerry's coming. Oh yeah, I'm super excited. You know, I'm gonna crack. By this time I got the first print here, so I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna have Conway sign my 121. Death of Gwen Stacy, 122. Death of the Green Goblin. I'm gonna have him sign 129 for his Punisher. It's gonna be great. I crack the books a week before the con, and I find out literally like 2 days later, he had canceled. I was crushed. I was so crushed. It's like, no, I cracked 3 books I love looking at on the wall, and now they're raw and no signature. So I'm like, I need to get this book signed by him. I need to get this re-encapsulated. I need to get signed and re-encapsulated. I need to get this grade. So I'm like, I need options. Some people were suggesting a signing event that he was a part of, but I didn't feel comfortable sending this book to a signing event that I never sent any books to before. And my friend Southern Comic Geek was planning to go to Dragon Con in Atlanta, I believe. Conway was going to be there. And so I was super, he said that he could get the book signed for me. So I packed my book off to send to Southern to go to Dragon Con. Southern, oh, that dog's gonna annoy the hell out of me if he doesn't stop barking. Because I can't get up and move right now. Southern had it signed for me. Very happy about that. I sent both these off as like proof for verified signatures, just for more proof and all that. So Southern had it signed. I hate these hiccups. I really hate those jerky hiccups. He had it signed, sent back to me. I had about 20 books I thought about. Not 20. I had a list of like 17 books I was gonna send off. I sent off only 15 of them. These 2 signed books I sent off in their own orders so I could express them and not have to wait for others in the order. So I sent it off. Again, I didn't press this book. Now, I was willing to have this book drop down to a 3.0. Honestly, this is a personal book, not going anywhere, not reselling it. And the only way I'd be upset is if this book dropped. The only way I'd be upset is if this book dropped to a 3 or 2.5. That's the only way I'd really be upset. I was hoping beyond hope it'd go up to a 5.0. That was the dream goal for this book, is a way, an upgrade that was within reach without buying another book. So I originally wanted Conway to sign, I think, ideally right below the Punisher, right there. But I kind of like how Conway signed it there, or maybe it's like right there. I think I wanted him to sign right there. But because I wasn't in person, I couldn't ask him specifically where I want it signed. But it is what it is. Let's read the graders notes first. So you take a guess on the book here. So it says signature verified by the BAS. Spine stress, breaks color, small tears to the small tears to the spine, and very small chips to the spine corners. Which I kind of see what it's talking about. They're more rounded corners. Edge wear increases along cover, breaks color front cover. Few small light stains and slight soiling to cover, which I don't quite see unless you're talking about the back. Yeah, some on the back. Few small edge tears to cover. So this book I don't think could be pressed up. Honestly, you could press it and see, but I honestly think this book is kind of stuck where it is. So it depends on the grader, honestly, what I was gonna get. So I thought 5.0 is kind of out of the reach. I possibly was still hoping. But so here we go. I sent it off to be graded. It came back from a CGC 4.5 from the tougher graders in the industry. Let's face it, CBCS is tougher than CGC. 4.5 turned into a 4.0. I dropped one letter grade, which is all right. I am not upset about a 4.0. In fact, I think 4.0 is prettier to look at than a 4.5. Something about the 0.5s I don't like, unless it's a 1.5 or a 7.5. For some reason, those are the only grades that don't 0.5s that don't tick me. I mean, the Obama 8.5, it's cool. It's Obama. I'm not gonna worry about it. But I think the 4.0 here just looks good. So, signed by Jarrett Conway. First appearance of the Punisher, Frank Castle, and the Jackal, Professor Miles Warren. Letter from Ralph Macchio. So, yep, story was written by Jerry Conway, and I got my Conway signature. The only Conway signature I have, and I got it on this book. I am so happy to have this book. This thing, and I'm not surprised it dropped a little bit. This book was on quite a journey. I sent it to Southern in Missouri. I believe he's in Missouri. I'm assuming carried all his books with him on the plane to Atlanta. And then he came back. Book was sent back to me, and not quite the protection I would have liked to see in, but I'm willing to do. But I'm okay with it. It is what it is. The book didn't seem damaged when it got back. I wrapped it up, another bulletproof box. I sent both orders off at the same time. My regular order, non-express, of 13 books plus these two on its own express. The 13 books made it down in the 3 days, or in the 3 days or whatever, on a Wednesday. This book and the Obama book somehow did not make it down to Dallas. It went first to Nashville, Tennessee, to the distribution center there, and then it went to Dallas. Why did this package go to another state, passing Texas, before going back to Texas? And then when it got sent back from Texas, it went to the same distribution center in Nashville, Tennessee, I think, for FedEx, before making its way to me. It's weird. But so I'm not surprised that getting down there, this book has made, I think I bought it from a place in New York. So this book went across the country once, twice, 3 times back to me, 4 times to be graded. So this book made cross country 4 times before it was graded a second time. So very happy. Hoped to at least keep the same grade, but I'm happy with the 4.0. I do not know the value of this book. At a 4.5, I think, signed by Conway, Big Will, who's on the video the last time when I was talking about this book. I think he might have said like 1,800 signed by Conway. I think it might be slightly less with a 4.0, but this book is still more than I paid for. This thing is still worth double than what I paid for. So I am super stoked to have that yellow label on this book. So that's it, guys. I am getting out of here. I have one more show to do. Luckily, it's not for another hour and 10 minutes, so I can relax some before the next show. Maybe move my computer to where I'm more comfortable, because it's just not comfortable here like I thought I was. So take care, everyone. I'll talk to you guys next time. I'll see you later. Have a good night.